the shop. It's pretty dirty in here. Love this song. Alright guys, been busy as hell. Just got done machining all the parts, like just now, okay? Mill's been cranking, chips friggin' everywhere making stuff. Chips all over me too. You bathe in this stuff after a while. Anyway, we'll be cleaning up a little bit. Also, all these, just kind of a few examples of what I've been doing. Everything's machined. Everything's counterboard for bearings or kind of whatever setup we're doing, whether it's bearings or washers. Tapped. Spring reliefs are all done. Everything is done. So now the blades are done too. They've already been heat treated, ground. I gotta go finish grind all of them and kind of figure out what theme I'm gonna do with all of them. We got 13 knives that we're making, and it's like the biggest run that I've done at one time, which is kind of cool. The thing is, you know, we'll go through. I think almost every blade is either Damascus, or I think it's actually an acid stonewash. So we don't have a whole lot of certain types of finish grinding to do. A lot of it is going to be just kind of like post-treatment, so which is pretty cool. So we'll go through, I'm going to grind all the knives, re-grind all of them, shine them all up, and we'll finish out whatever we're going to do with them, which is kind of cool because now it's like the play time of knife making. You know, the grunt work is pretty much done for just making all the parts and just eating titanium and everything else, you know, all these chips and all that stuff. So we'll grind and profile all the whatever theme we're going to do with the titanium and get these blades all coming to life, which will be pretty cool. So I just bought a super thick piece of titanium. It's like 625 thou thick, because I want to start doing some integrals, and I think the Diamondback will probably be the first integral knife that I do, and see how it comes out. I think it'd be pretty cool. Obviously it's probably going to be after I do all the custom orders and everything else, kind of getting that all squared away. But typical stuff in the shop, making stuff. I've had a couple of questions. Guys are wondering how I do my lockups. I know there's a lot of companies out there that make they make those jigs. You know, they're all CNC. They make all these jigs to you know, get your shoulder lockups just right and everything else, where they kind of calculate your offset and all that kind of stuff for you. And I never bought one. I always used to just kind of do it by hand and by eye. But what I did is I actually made myself my own jig here. I mean, it looks, all it is just a work rest with a big magnet and a steel plate that gives me my rise. The steel plate that gives me my rise where I want to be on the wheel and what angle. It's kind of angled right there. One of the big reasons why I like the TW90 grinders, Travis does an awesome job just putting just an awesome tool together. You know, everything that he makes is rigid and so versatile, you can do anything you want to with it. So then what I did is I machined up basically a piece of aluminum with a hold down. And what I do is pretty much once the shoulder stop is set, it's going to sit right there and it's going to slide along this plate right here. The blade, I don't know if I can pick this up for you guys here. So your shoulder pin is going to go in here. This setup sucks. Hold on a second. Alright, so right here, this plate, shoulder pin is going to go here inside this little hole, so I can actually adjust from side to side where I want my 1 degree offset, and the hold down goes down in between, so it's all rigid and stays put. What I do What I do is I take it and I just slide it right up. It stays real nice and true. It keeps whatever angle I want. I can adjust it, you know, by hand really easy, which is really cool. What's nice about this is once I take it off the grinder, I can actually lock the knife up while it's still in the fixture and see where I'm at, if I need to take off a little bit more stock or whatnot. And I don't even have to change my angle or anything. I just put it right back, slap it right back on there, and just go to town, take off a little bit more, and adjust. I'll see if I can get somebody to film when the lockups come. I'll film that for you guys so you can kind of see what I do. And it just works for me, you know. It gives me a monster lockup. You gotta have your angle set perfectly and everything else kind of how you want it, but yeah, I mean, this work rest, it doesn't get used for anything else. It's just strictly for lockups, and I can adjust it how I need to adjust it. But we'll go over that after the blades are all ready to be locked up and the themes are all done or whatnot. Other than that, everything's going good. I'm not gonna make it to Blade Show like I told you guys before, unfortunately, so I hope you guys have a really good time out there in Blade. I'm gonna try to make it next year. When all these custom orders are done, I'll make it over there and hopefully have a whole bunch of stuff to sell while I'm there. It's getting hot here in Arizona. Really hot here in the shop. I normally have the fans kind of blowing. I turn them all off so I can talk to you. Anyway, work commences and trying to get it done for you guys. So hope you guys all have a great, restful Memorial Day. I know I will. I gotta think. You know, Memorial Day is pretty special to me, just because it's one of those few holidays I'm able to really relax and think about the buddies that I used to have, and just kind of look at how fortunate I am to be able to live for them and do my thing, because a lot of guys, you know, they never made it back from the war and everything else. So I find myself fortunate, and I just try to live the best I can for them. So it's one of those holidays for me that's really special. Anyway, I'm gonna get to grinding, get to cleaning, get to finishing stuff up, and I'll keep you guys posted. Thanks for checking in. Later.